is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in. It has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Today, we have a QSR brand from Hong Kong called Wow Burger. Wow Burger is a vegetarian fast casual dining concept based in Hong Kong, specializing in plant-based burgers, balls, wraps, and dairy-free shakes. Their mission is to offer delicious meat-free alternatives without compromising on taste and the quality. Today, I'm joined with Zaki, the co-founder of this brand. I'm also have Rahul Sharma as the Vice President, Franchise India. We start the presentation and talk more about the business opportunity. I would like to inform all the viewers that you also have an opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business opportunity. I would request you all to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. I would request Rahul to please take the lead and set the context of this webinar. And then we'll go on to the presentation part.
Thank you so much, Bharat, for inviting me, and good afternoon, everyone, and who joined through our Zoom, or you're also logging through Facebook and YouTube. So, as you know, the Franchise India is the #1 company in the Indian and the international market who want to provide a franchisees. So, by considering or by understanding the Indian market, we have to see we have to start something in QSR brand, and especially in the pure vegetarian and the vegan product. And the brand called Wow Burger from Hong Kong. Because when someone is thinking about Hong Kong, the people are thinking all the brands have a non-veg category. Because the people in Hong Kong, 95%, I can say 99% are non-veg. They are not the vegetarian. But Mr. Jackie, who's the founder of Wow Burger, they understand a different thought process of the market, and they launched the brand called Wow Burger. And thanks to Franchise India, who took the master franchisee for Indian market, and we are developing this brand into the India and the other region. So while you're choosing the brand, we are not just only selling the franchisee to you, but the support system play a very important role. The support system started from the location support, hiring of the staff, training, the supply chain, the marketing activity, the customization of menu, and all the things. So because a lot of Indian communities are there, they always want to think, yeah, can I get some brand as an international brand, which is a purely veg restaurant category. So I can proudly say Wow Burger is the brand. We will not depend upon any state. Any state we want to go and say, can I do a pure veg in this business? I can say it's a pure veg and the vegan product. So next 30 minutes, the structure will be divided in such a way. The 15-20 minute will be taken care by Mr. Jackie, who's the founder of the Wow Burger. Then I will take care of the financial part and the support system. And then there will be a questions and answer you can put into the chat box. We will take care of questions. When the webinar is over, as you know, the Franchise India is present to various part of the city. My team is there who can coordinate, who can understand, who can give, and then they will arrange a call with me. And if we work, we can think that this is a brand for you. We can just discuss on the opportunity point. So we have a two opportunity lies. The first opportunity is called as an area developer. Someone wants to take as an area, right? Someone wants to take, I won't take as a Gujarat, Rajasthan, or maybe some Delhi NCR or Maharashtra will divide it depending upon the region. So the area developers opportunity is available. The other most important is the unit franchisee. The people would have a thought process, can I take a unit franchisee of this brand? Then I want to take the area developer, right? So because both have a different responsibility, both have a different structure. So we can cover this point. So over to you, Jackie. And you can give more information about the brand, why you chosen this brand and start a pure veg and vegan. Because Hong Kong, I was in Hong Kong in the month of October. I know I'm the vegetarian. I face a lot of problem to eat a vegetarian food. But I got a chance to eat a Wow Burger, and then I said, "This is the brand for me." Over to
Thank
you.
you.
Hmm.
Thanks everyone on the call. So I thought I will present a little bit about the brand, and I have some slides to go through. But before I go there, maybe I just thought I'd spend a minute or two, a brief introduction about myself. So I live in Hong Kong. I was raised in Australia, and I have been in Hong Kong for almost 7 years now. Prior to Wow Burger, I was involved in a purely vegan restaurant and bar. It was called Big Deal. And prior to that, I was also involved in different events around the vegan space in Hong Kong. So one-off events we used to run and hold when I first got here. So I'm going to share a little bit about the brand as well now. So I'm just going to get a slide up.
Sure.
Okay, so hopefully everyone can see.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is
Okay,
visible.
great. Okay, so Wow Burger. I'm going to run through a few things about the brand. Obviously, firstly, the concept. What makes Wow Burger special, different. Some of our achievements in Hong Kong. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about, the Hong Kong market versus the India opportunity, and what our plan is for the future roadmap. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Hong Kong proof of concept and our trading results, and a little bit more about the team. So I'm one of three faces of Wow Burger presenting today, but there are three founders behind the brand. So I will also talk a little bit more about them. So firstly, the concept. So the concept is Wow Burger is Asia's first vertically integrated vegetarian fast casual retail concept. So what does that mean in simple terms? The Wow Burger team has spent a lot of time to develop the core product, being the protein patties. And we're really targeting the expanding vegetarian movement. The goal is to make plant-based eating appealing to everyone. And we have handcrafted the plant-based proteins, and we've made them nutritionally dense. They're high in protein, but we're also using clean and familiar ingredients. So the mission for Wow Burger is to offer affordable, healthy, and sustainable alternatives to animal proteins without sacrificing on taste and the nutritional value. And I'll speak a bit more about that in the coming slides. So what I'm talking about next is, what makes Wow Burger unique. Our mission is clear: great tasting vegetarian food that's nutritious, sustainable, and ethical. But I mentioned before that Wow Burger is a vertically integrated concept. So what does that mean? So I guess unlike more traditional QSR concepts, particularly in the fast casual space, we actually control and own and have created the patties. So we don't just bring in a patty from a supplier. We use a co-packer and we integrate that into part of the business. So someone who has a Wow Burger store will receive our patties made that we control and we have developed. This isn't something that will get shipped over on a plane. We will control the supply chain and make it in India and send it direct out to the stores. That is a model we have tested and proven out in Hong Kong. So when we talk about a vertically integrated brand, we're talking about the core product offering also being owned by the business. Now, unlike the typical vegetarian burgers, the Wow Burger is high in protein. So the average burger is offering over 25 grams of protein per serve. There's no seed oils, preservatives, additives, or artificial flavors in the patties. So it's offering healthy macros. And as such, it positions Wow Burger uniquely in the vegetarian category. Up until now, particularly in India, a lot of the vegetarian burgers are largely lentil or potato based. So you're getting carbohydrate patty with carbohydrate in the bread, whereas the Wow Burger is much more nutritionally balanced. You're getting good fats, you're getting protein, and your carbohydrate. So the idea behind Wow Burger is it will deliver a more American style aspirational burger experience. And it's a unique and elevated offering in the vegetarian market. I will talk a bit more about the menu later on and what we've done in Hong Kong and what the plans are for the Indian market. But again, it's all about keeping things simple. Our patties, whilst delivering on taste, texture, and nutrients, we've kept it simple. So it's 10 or less simple ingredients, and we avoid nasty chemicals and preservatives. A lot of the vegan-based patties out in the market have quite a lot of additives, emulsifiers, a long ingredient list that's hard to pronounce. But that is not the idea behind Wow Burger. And that's why we've taken control of the product in-house and developed the product in-house. So aside from the nutrients and the clean label, Wow Burger also offers an environmentally and socially sound offering. We tick a lot of boxes when it comes to environmental and sustainability. So it's a brand driven not only on taste and experience, but there's a purpose behind it. And we think that's really aligned with the way the general consensus is going around making food more sustainable and having cleaner ingredients in our food that is more nutrient dense. So this slide really is touching on the environmental impacts of Wow Burger. So again, being a purely vegetarian offering where the supply chain is locally sourced and made, there is some great environmental savings. And when we look at what we've done in Hong Kong, in just the 3 quarters, if we take a snapshot, 4 million liters of water have been saved compared to the production that would take place for, a meat patty. The carbon footprint is significantly lower. And obviously from a ethical standpoint, we spare the lives of countless animals. And this all, again, is part of the purpose-driven guide behind Wow Burger. Next, I'm talking a little bit about the market. So I think as ours was touched on at the introduction, we have developed and validated the concept in Hong Kong. But what is interesting about Hong Kong is actually one of the top 3 meat-eating markets globally, with a very small percentage identifying as vegetarian. So when you compare that opportunity to the India opportunity, where it's the highest number of vegetarians in the world, a large portion of the population identifies as vegetarian, and the burger category is quite a large segment of the QSR market. Really, what this is talking about is just the huge opportunity that lays in the India market. And we firmly believe that this product is well positioned to take full opportunity of the India market. So here is more just a bit of a timeline, actually, just to give everyone a bit of a sense that the Wow Burger concept has been in the works for quite a while. This is not just an icon and a brand name we're showing you. This is something that has been developed over years, and the focus has always firmly been on the product. So we launched Wow Burger initially, focusing on the product improvement. So we developed the patties and started to sell B2B, so that's business to business, to major F&B groups in Hong Kong. So examples are the Soho House group of hotels and the Regal hotels. We were supplying our vegetarian protein patties early on to these groups to further develop the product and get business to business feedback. Once we were comfortable and confident behind the product, we then opened a retail location at a high-end food court in Hong Kong Island. The core process being further to validate the proof of concept and playing with the menu and getting real consumer feedback on our product. So just a bit of a sign of how Wow Burger was received in Hong Kong. We've had numerous offers from very iconic real estate sites in Hong Kong to continue the brand. But always in our mind, our focus has been India, given the huge opportunity there. So, we've established a presence in Hong Kong, but our intention is to really expand the footprint. And our sights are on India. So we're very pleased to be able to share and partner with Fran Global and talk a bit about the brand with you all today. Now, I talked a little bit about proving out the concept. As founders of this brand, we wanted to create a food brand that is very scalable, that operators can run reliably with minimal overheads, minimal staff footprint. And we wanted to validate all of that in the real world. So I mentioned that our patties are what makes us unique. So again, we have produced and delivered over 20,000 patties to customers in Hong Kong. We are able to integrate that successfully with a high level of consistency and quality. So it gives us strong confidence to be able to take that learning and reapply it to the India market at scale. So we've worked with operators, we've pre-sourced the supply chain. And as a result of this back-end integration, our front of house store had the smallest footprint of staff because our shops become more of an assembly line. We don't need highly skilled chefs. We really just need line cooks who can assemble the product. So beyond the scalability of the patties, we've also activated the brand. We've had launch parties at Soho House. We have some iconic tourism sites in Hong Kong, a major Ferris wheel in Hong Kong Island, where we've partnered and delivered our product to customers over the holiday period. If you look at our online feedback, it's very strong across all of the platforms. We've enjoyed very high ratings across the delivery platforms and across Google reviews. And with regards to our menu, which I will touch on later, we've been able to introduce new categories, new SKUs to drive sales further up. without impacting our hero product sales for the burgers. We've also implemented sides and milkshakes, and we are able to craft and adjust that to local taste buds successfully. So again, I'm going to touch a little bit on some of the trading results from the pilot. Over 20,000 burgers sold in the first 3 quarters, a very low average time to serve for a product that is made to order. We traded $250,000 Hong Kong in monthly average sales, and we trended upwards during our Q4 trading. So all of the projections have been very strong, and all of the operating metrics are looking quite positive. Here is a bit of just a visual to give you guys an idea of the menu in Hong Kong. So bear in mind, this is a Hong Kong flavors, Hong Kong price points. But as you can see, we offer burgers, sides, and beyond that, actually bowls, wraps, teas, milkshakes. So a very holistic end-to-end menu. What is important to note, though, even though our menu is quite broad, it's still focusing on the 3 core vegetarian proteins that we develop and own in-house. So we're able to offer a wide variety of menu items, but keeping the overhead of stock and different products to a minimum, which also helps the operating of the store. So in terms of the Asia expansion, I mentioned it. Obviously, we are very pleased to partner with Fran Global, and our sights and focus remain on India. We have opportunities in other Asia markets, particularly Singapore and Philippines, are showing interest. But again, our core focus point is really to enter into the India market and exploit the opportunity with the large vegetarian consumer base. So next, I'll talk a little bit about the founders. So I mentioned there's 3 of us. I've talked a little bit about myself, but I'll touch on the other founding members. So I'll start from the left. Jason Gerard, on the left in the image. He comes from an entrepreneurial background. He started in asset management and investment banking, but quickly realized he wanted to scale and start his own businesses. So he runs currently and manages a trading business called Sigra. It's involved in various industries, including trading and manufacturing of cosmetic packaging. But also he has founded and owns a coconut water business called Just Picked Cocoa. And that's doing very well across Asia, Pacific, and Middle East markets. It's an active brand. So he has experience in creating, distributing, and maintaining FMCG brands. Myself, Zaki, I've spoken a little bit about my background, but as I mentioned, beyond Wow Burger, I had also established a purely vegan restaurant referred to as Big Deal in Hong Kong that was specializing in purely plant-based food. And it was awarded one of the top 10 burgers, vegan burgers in Asia by PETA. Aside from my F&B experience, I also have over 20 years experience in management consulting across finance and IT. So I do have operational experience in running F&B ventures, but also strategic experience in managing businesses and projects. Finally, on my right, Sunil Dadwani. Sunil comes from a retail and manufacturing background, and he is a passionate foodie. He's worked over a decade in textiles and trading, and that experience really helps with the supply chain logistics. So he really is able to work with co-packers, the manufacturing side, the logistical side of this F&B venture. So I guess amongst the 3 of us, we have varied and complementary experience, and that partnered with Fran Global's significant India experience, significant experience in accelerating brands across India, we think makes for a very strong support team. So I think finally, at least for the presentation, the response to the product in Hong Kong has been very strong amongst vegetarians and non-vegetarians alike. We have a very strong, in terms of population type, a strong Indian base in Hong Kong who comes to for our foods quite regularly. So again, I've mentioned a few times, but from a product point of view, we're very confident on the product. And we were in Mumbai recently for the Fran Global Franchise Expo. Some of you on this call may have been able to get there. But of all of the Western brands, we were the only ones that brought the product and cooked it on site in the little booth, because we're very confident that the product taste, texture, and quality was there. So yeah, I think I've hit my 20 minutes. Thank you everyone for your attention, and I hand it back over to the team.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Now, guys, I want to just reiterate, and then I can come to the financial part. If someone want to start in the quick service restaurant, and I can say as the Wow Burger is the best option, and the most important thing, as we Indians always believe to eat something vegan, and the things are becoming very proud. They say, I want to eat some vegan product and pure veg. And we are open for all the communities. We are not just discussing, okay, some community can take the franchisee, but all the community. While choosing the franchisee, we are not just only selling the franchisee, the support system play a very important role. We always guide you to where we want to open the store. The opening of the store will take place in the malls, high street, colleges, universities, railway station, airports, or we can go as the any high residential colony. But the complete support will be provided by us in terms of the location. When the location is completed, then my teams are there who can help you in the project part. So we have a two things. So when the franchisee owner would say, okay, I have my team who can do the construction, I can say you can do the construction, you can do the pricing also. So that can be done by both the parties. When the construction is going on, then the kitchen equipment, because that is a very important role. We have an authorized vendor from where you can buy. Brand specification remains same, because we will not compromise with on the quality, because if the quality is compromising, then it becomes the deteriorate in terms of the quality. And then the fourth and the most important is the marketing support, because whenever any store is opening, whenever any brand is entering, who will take care of the marketing part? Being a franchise India, he will help you in the marketing part. So the complete launch activity will be taken care by the menu customization. That is a complete support. If I'm in your place and I have an investment of 50 to 70 lakh rupees or 80 lakh rupees, can I get an area developer right? I can say yes. Now coming back to the financial part. So as I said, we have a two model. One is called as the unit franchisee, another is called as the area developer right. When someone wants to take as an area developer right, to what benefit they are getting it? They are becoming our partner and they have to work with us. They have to make a revenue share. So when we are doing any area developer, they will not only just opening their own store, but along with that, their own store, they're also getting the revenue share in the franchisee fees in terms of the royalty component. So there will be a share, and we can discuss what share we are giving to the area developer right. And then the third and the fourth point, they can also involve in our supply chain, because when someone is involving the supply chain, they can also get some margin. And the fifth is called the fit-out part. And why I need an area developer? Because we want to develop this brand as fast as possible. And that is the need of my local partner who can work with me. And the being a franchise India, we are present in 95 cities in India. In the international market, we can support you. You can utilize our office. You can come to our event being an area developer. Now coming back to the unit franchising. So coming back to the unit franchise, can I share my screen if it is possible? Visible, Bharat?
Yep.
Yeah. So guys, we have a three model, and all three model is depending upon the this is the standalone model, and depending upon the area requirement. Someone would say, I have a space of 700 to 750 square feet, and someone want to start in 1000, say 1200 square feet, and someone would say, I want to start in 1500, say 2000 square feet. Depending upon all three, this structure, That difference only arises in the fit out part. You can have to understand one thing, because when the area increases, your interior cost increases, your furniture cost increases, and automatically your investment will increase. So if I have an investment of 60 to 80 lakh rupees, that also included the franchisee fees, I can proudly say you can take this brand. So we are keeping 5 year is the agreement rate for a unit franchisee or an area developer. And the royalty which we are charging 6%, nominal 6% royalty we are charging. You see, there's a lot of brands are present in the Indian market who started from India. They are charging 8%, 10%. Being an international brand, being working in a Hong Kong, we are not charging too much royalty, because our thought process is that the franchisee owner will make their money. They have to make their money, then we have to work together. And that's the support system we have to provide. So for in 700 to 750 square feet, the investment would come around 60 to 65 lakh rupees. For 1200 to 1500 square feet, the investment would come around 70 to 75 lakh rupees. And for the standalone within area requirement of 1500 to 2000 square feet, I'm talking about the carpet area, then the investment would coming around 75 to 80 lakh rupees is the overall investment. So in all three models, the franchisee fees is same. 15 lakh rupees is the franchisee fee that is valid for a 5 year. Every 5 years, the renewal of an agreement, and then we are charging the royalty of 6%. Now coming back to our ROI part, when someone wants to say, I have invested a money, what is my ROI? So I can proudly say 12 to 15 months is the ROI period. So I want to just so when someone says the return of investment, 12 to 15 months is the ROI period. And how we are calculating this return of investment? First is called as the cost of good. So we have very nominal cost of good. 30% is the cost of good that include in the packaging material. Then the 70% is the gross margin. And we are not dependent upon the chef. That is the beauty of this business. Quick service restaurant. So we can help you in the hiring and the training of the part. And in terms of the net margin, it will be around 28 to 30% as a net margin. So if I want to invest 60 lakh rupees, or if I want to invest 60 to 80 lakh rupees, depending upon the size of the outlet, my return of investment will be around 12 to 15 months. That is again another feature, because someone want to invest, they always think you, what is my time frame, what is my return of investment, how much time will take, and what support system will be provided by the brand. So that is the beauty. If I want to be a part, and I'm, because I know a lot of people want to eat a vegan product, they want to go in a vegetarian. Consider as a lot of market in your region. If you want to in Mumbai, there's a lot of local markets are there. There only the pure veg is opening, not a single. Gujarat is the territory. Rajasthan, you can go to Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Delhi NCR, Jaipur, Lucknow, Kanpur, Allahabad. We are open for complete this model. But it doesn't matter if you are present in tier 1 city or tier 2 city. This model and this brand is workable in both the city, tier 1 and tier 2. Again, I'm telling you, if you have an opportunity to take an area developer right, take it, because I can say in next 3 to 4 months, area developer rights are not available. And you have to understand one thing: the international brand who entered into the Indian market, they have created a success story, because initially the support system, all the thing will be provided by us. You are also getting a chance to participate into the various event which is organized by the franchise India if you become our area developer partner. So last, I want to say, this is the brand where you can take the franchisee. In terms of the support system, complete support system will be provided by us. Vegan plus pure veg. And the beauty is that we can customize the menu. We are also adding a lot of new products every quarter or 6 months, so that the customer repetition will play a very important role. And since they started in Hong Kong, you can understand in Hong Kong, as Jackie said, it's the third market for the non-veg item. But they're running a lot of stores there. Now they entered into the India, and not from the Hong Kong, they are present into a different part of the world also. Considering an Indian market, because they understand in India, they have to target 100 store. And that is our plan. In next 1 year or maybe next 2 years, we want to open 100 store. And that is the reason we are giving a unit franchisee or an area developer rights into an Indian market. Over to you, Bharat. And thank you guys who understand from last 35 minutes, who understand the brand. And we are open for the questioners. Bharat, over to you. We can start.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Zaki and Rahul, for the detailed presentation and helping us understand these financials. Now, viewers, all the viewers, now, hopefully now, I mean, we already have gone through with the basic presentation and we've discussed about the financials. Now, I would all request you to keep posting all your queries into the Q&A box, right? In case if you have any question. Rahul, I can see a couple of questions in the chat, in the Q&A box. If you could
Please.
take that, please.
Hmm.
And also, someone is asking, like, can we have an Indian menu card?
Yeah. So we have a complete Indian menu prepared, and we are ready to give you when we are coming a discussion in terms of the pricing, what category we are keeping it. In terms of the pricing, we are open for, and because everyone understand, we understand the Indian market, we understand the Indian mentality, and that is the reason the menu will be shared to you. So the if I want to say the price would start from 79 to 89, goes to 499, 699, depending upon the what product they want to eat. So if you go to any MACD, so their eye-catching product is Mac Aloo Tikki in 44. We can also introduce some eye-catching product. But when someone is considering our average order value, the average order value would be around 450 to 500 is our average order value. So we believe in the quality, we believe in the taste, and that is the beauty. Our ROI is less than 15 months, and the complete support is provided by us.
Right. In the Q&A, Bharat Kumar is asking, like, Wow Burger is looking for India-wide partner. I mean, I think you're looking for, I think he wants to say, like, we are looking for an area developer kind of. Yes,
No,
of
no,
course,
no.
we are.
So we are open for both the option. Unit as an area developer. Wide partner means someone wants to take as a territory. Don't think I want to take completely southern part of the region, eastern part of the region, the north and western. Then we can discuss ki what is your background, how much you can justify this brand, how many units we can plan to open together. Because becoming a wide partner or becoming a territory partner, depending upon your mindset. Ki, okay, this is my mindset. We always believe to make a money for our area developer or the franchise partner. Whatever the support is required, we will always give to you. But we will always take a best property. We will not compromise with the location, because if the location is compromised, then we will not make a business successful in that region. Jackie, I'm correct on this point.
All right. He's also wanted to have some discussion on the franchisee fee and all. So Mr. Bharat Kumar, I would request you to please have Rahul has already shared his number in the Q&A box, in the chat box. You can call him for the further for the further discussion. That will be a good idea. Also, I can see a question in the chat box: how competitive we will be in comparison to other leading brands in terms of pricing. Yeah. Okay, so Rahul, we must have taken care of this pricing issue in India. I mean, generally, the Indian customers are very price sensitive, right? So have we taken care of this?
Yeah, definitely, Bharat. So that is the reason when I said the pricing, I have to understand the Indian market, and we have to understand the mindset. The pricing is completely competitive as compared to the brand which is present in the Indian market in pure veg and the vegan concept. We are not a costlier product, but we believe in the quality and the taste. And that is the reason our cost of good is only 30%. 70% is the gross margin. If you are reducing this thing, then it become problem to anyone else. So for the pricing point of view, Mr. Javed, you will not worry. It is a competitive in the market, and we can believe once you are opening our store, the customer reputation play very important role.
Okay, Amar Lunia is asking why the kitchen equipment cost is so high.
So the kitchen equipment cost is not high. Because we are making the freshly prepared burger and patty, and it is a variable component, Mr. Ammar. If you see the area increases, then the number of kitchen equipment increases, and the fit out increases. So this is a variable component. It is not a fixed component. I say when someone says a variable component, the prices will be up and down.
So, would you like to answer the question asked by Bharat Kumar? What kind of POC done for the market?
Yeah, POC. So they want to use a point of
Proof of concept, possibly.
okay. So proof of concept, if I want to say, because before launching the in Indian market, and Wow Burger and the franchise Indian Frank Global worked in 6 months to understand how we want to enter into the Indian market. Where they want to open the store. And that is the reason I said we are open for tier 1 and tier 2 city. I never said we are going with tier 3 and tier 4 city. In terms of the location, we are very clear about some particular location where we want to start this business. So that is the reason. The proof of concept, we want to open on a places where the food joints are available. We are opening the next to a burger chain or maybe a pizza chain or where the quick service restaurant where we have a good IT hub. We are not opening in the place where people want to say, okay, okay, just I have my own property. Every franchisee owner will have their own property. But as a brand value, how much they will justify the business there, then we can approve the property and then we can go. In terms of the proof of concept, the brand is in last 6 months, we've done a lot of R&D in terms of the product, tasting and all the things. Then we launch into the Indian market. Without that, we are not ready to enter. And that is the reason Jackie and me are talking from last 6 months, how we want to enter into the Indian market, what product we have to keep, what vendors we have to discuss, and all the things was done. And then we decided now it is a time to enter into the Indian market. And that is the reason they entered into the Indian market in November. And thanks to Brand Global and the Franchise India team, who make a successful venture in creating the franchisee network in the Indian market.
All right, I think, Rahul, we probably have given us all the answers. Now, I think before we end this session, would like to request Zaki in case if you would.
Jackie, you can just close your points with, then I can just close with one line. So.
Sure. So again, thanks everyone for your time and the opportunity to speak about Wow Burger. Maybe I'll close with touching further on one of the questions around, how competitive will Wow Burger be? And I just maybe leave with the last comment that I think from a price point of view, we can compete with existing brands in the India market. But what I see as quite unique is a vegetarian burger that delivers on taste, texture, but also protein. So a high nutritional value. And I think that is a very unique proposition in the Indian market. We spent a lot of time going to the different burger offerings, and in the vegetarian space, we believe this is quite a new category that will hopefully disrupt the market and offer something new for the expansive vegetarian base in India.
Okay, so guys, so I want to just add a one line, and Jackie has completely said in terms of the pricing and all the things. I want to say, you want to take something quick service restaurant in pure veg and vegan, this is the brand. You have to understand one thing, international brand who entered into the Indian market, they have created a success story, but the success story will be based on their quality and the taste. And that we are number one in this. We will not compromise with the quality and taste. Apart from that thing is the support system. So we will help you in the support system. If a franchisee owner want to help you, we have to. This is a franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model. FOFO, franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated model. But complete support system will be provided by us. And that is the beauty of our Wow Burger. So if you want to take a franchisee, you can directly reach to me, and you can also come to the Franchise India website, where from there you can directly connect with me. My teams are available in a different part of the city, where we love to discuss about this brand. And this is a brand of current era. Whether you can make a money, I can proudly say. If you want to take an area developer, I take it. Once the area developer is sold, I will not allow to take another area developer for the particular reasons. The area developer is only one for a particular reason. We can create a multiple unit under them. So thank you so much, viewers, to join us through YouTube, Facebook, or Zoom. Love to discuss more about this brand in detail, how we want to work, how the support system will work. And whenever any support is required, the brand team is also available. They can come on a call. They can do. If you want to taste, you can go to Hong Kong also. It takes hardly 6 hour journey. You can taste the product and take the decision. I will say, once you taste the product, you will say, I want to take the franchise. So thank you so much, Bharat, and thank you so much, Jackie, for inviting me and supporting and making these brands in the Indian market.
Thank you, Rahul and Zaki, for being available for this webinar and sharing the brand details. So guys, that's it for the day. In case if you would like to get in touch with our hotline number, that is 971768 3838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. And of course, I mean, Rahul is easily accessible on his number in case if you want to contact him directly, because he is handling this, the India expansion. So, I mean, you can also directly contact him for further discussion. So that's it for today. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me. Take care and have a nice day.